What would you say, John McClain, of this is exactly why you don't let a head coach be your general manager also? Because the general manager should look down the road and be somebody who manages generally as opposed to win right here, right now, like a coach would need.
That's what general managers are supposed to do. In Bill O'Brien's case, people are saying he's trying to save his job. No, it's the first year of a 4-year extension. Bill O'Brien, to me, would have to have 2 losing records in a row to be fired. And as long as he's got Watson at quarterback, they're going to be in every game. Rich Watson has not lost a game by more than 1 score in his 2 seasons. He's kept them in every single game. So I think they're going to have to score a lot of points. I think they will play a lot of high-scoring games. And when the 2021 draft rolls around and they don't have picks in the first 2 rounds, they're going to have to do like they did last year when they drafted guys like Justin Reed, Kiki QT, players like that when they didn't have picks in the first 2 rounds.
John McClain in the Houston Chronicle here on the Rich Eisen Show. And walk me again through how it does work. So Bill O'Brien essentially is the one on the phone who is talking to John Schneider of Seattle, who is talking to the Dolphins to make these deals and then hands it off to somebody else. And does he have to go to the McNair family and get a check mark on these things? How does it work, John?
Bill O'Brien has got people, Jack Easterby, who runs football ops and has got his fingerprints on everything in the personnel. Matt Bazergan, who is the director of player personnel, is involved. Chris Olsen, their longtime cap expert, contract negotiator. All those guys are involved. But O'Brien finalizes the deal. He talks to Cal McNair every day to let him know what he's doing and why he's doing it. And if it's something like that, $7 million, McNair has to sign off on it. The McNairs have never let money stand in the way of decisions, and so that's the way they operate. If it doesn't work, they can hire a general manager after the season.
Yeah, because I mean, to make this trade, to give up so much for Tunsil, and then not to sign him long term before you trade it. I mean, you've just basically given this guy the store, and we're seeing guys with leverage take advantage of it, and I think rightfully so, of players all over the map, from Zeke to obviously Clowney. Why wouldn't Tunsil ask for literally the moon, knowing that there's no way the Texans don't give it to him because of how much they gave up for him? Why, John?
After the season, Rich, I believe Tunsil will become the highest paid offensive lineman in history. They could pick up his 5th-year option. They also could, if they wanted to, franchise him 2 years after that. But they like the guy. Bill O'Brien likes him. He traded for him. They'll sign him. And Jimmy Sexton, his agent's got to be salivating at the money he's going to get from the Texans when he signs that extension.
So are you pleased about this, John? Do you think this is the right move the Texans should have made? Or what?
Rich, I thought they should have brought back Clowney this season. He went to a pass rushing academy to try to get 10 sacks for the first time in his career. He did it with Julius Peppers and Chuck Smith in Miami, where he worked out when he wasn't in Houston. I thought they should have brought him back, then trade him before the draft, and also sign him to a long-term deal, or let another team sign him to a long-term deal. And I think that would have been the prudent way to do it. That way the defense would still be really good. And then to give up whatever you want for Tunsil and Stills, because today when you trade number 1 picks and you think you're going to be good, you think, right or wrong, they're going to be in the 20s. And with free agency, if you handle the cap right, you can spend money in free agency. But they're still getting roasted. O'Brien is over not getting enough for Clowney, giving up too much for Laremy Tunsil and Kenny Stills.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live, or download the Rich Eisen Show app.